Hey everybody, so look on the screen. Yeah, the chick is giving like funny face. The caption reads, "When my boyfriend says one wrong thing and he's all kissy kissy." Well, it's already done happened. It has been, oh, I tell you, this week has gone by so fast. I haven't even looked at my emails. Let me try to get in these two quick story times. I need to know what the ladies and the gentlemen, if you're in the house, see what you think. Here's what went down. And a lot of times you can look at people and their circumstances and it made me realize that wow, I dating can be challenging. I'm gonna be honest with you. In this day and age, I would like really this day and age, I'm not gonna pretend. I would hate to date in this day and age. Oh gosh. I kid you not. I would hate to date. People people are finicky. Sometimes you may not really know who you're dealing with. So let's go ahead and get to it. She's giving funny face, and this story I'm about to tell you is a good reason why. It would give me halt face. It would give me run out the door face. So, um, talking with this lady about her relationship. She's young. She is in a committed relationship. They've been together for what? I think over 2 years, kind of inching toward three if they can still make it. So then they're in a long-term committed relationship. As with anybody, we're all dealing with inflation, you know, portfolio down. I understand, girl. You know, money, finance is tight. It is hard to get a second job because of the hours vary. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing, you don't have like a set schedule, so it's kind of hard to do that. And number one, you have a man that is doing well financially. He is not hurting at all. He's very, very, very comfortable. So this bothered her. I can totally see why it would bother me, any woman. So she goes to her man and she's telling him about her financial situation, that she needs some help, which he can definitely provide, okay? It's not going to hurt you to come off a few stacks. Are you kidding? Come on. Yeah. Here's what he says. And I want to know what you ladies and gentlemen think. I'm going to tell you what he said and tell you what I think. So he said to her, he says to her, he is willing to help her financially. Now, they don't live together. She has her own place and he has his own place. He says he's willing to help her financially if she moves in with him. And I'm like, well, you got to move in with him to get help? And she's like, no, what he's saying is, okay, if you move in with him, give up her apartment and her things, she can't bring everything but some things. So I guess she'll have an estate seller put the rest in storage. He's willing to help her if she moves in with him. And that way, she'll only be responsible, I guess, for her car and insurance. He's paying for the place completely, and he pays for all the utilities, and he also pays for all the food. So he's saying that's how he's willing to help her if she moves in. So she'll have to worry about paying her rent. And some women will be like, oh, yeah, girl, I'd go for it. Not so fast. Because I wouldn't go for it. I said, listen to what you're saying. The See, the fact that he's saying for you to get some help, he wants you to move in, you are giving up all your control of your life. You're going to be dependent on him. Many men, and he spouts that he likes independent woman. If she moves him with him, that's the only way you can help. So he cannot help her, while she can still maintain her independence and be comfortable. He wants her to give up her independence and move in. How do you know the man won't change on you? Honey, people get married and people change up on them. How do you know the man won't change up on them once you move in? What are you gonna do if you give up everything and you move in with him, girl? What you gonna do? You may decide, I really don't like living with this guy. Okay, and if you decide you don't like living with him, what are you gonna do? So now and that's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to find a way to come up with money for a new apartment, new condo, a new rental, first and last month rent, which you will not have. First and last month rent. Oh, and the deposit. Get the utilities back on. You're gonna go through all of that. What if you do not like living with this character? And at this point, to me, he's a character. What are you going to do? What are your options? My guess is you're going to be stuck. I no. Why can't he just help you now? My guess is you're going to be stuck. So to answer the question, what I just said, why can't he just help her now? Me, I have a theory on that. See, you have to understand there's two things, in my opinion. A lot of men, they say, oh, I want an independent woman. Let me tell you why some of them may want an independent woman. It may not be to the extent that you think. Some men want an independent woman because guess what? In their minds, guess what? She's independent. He might be expecting I don't have to do much for her. Or she got to own. And maybe you can kind of help hold him down. Okay? The other thing that I see sometimes when people say, oh, yeah, they want an independent woman, you have to understand there are some men who still have some, what I consider some back in the day thoughts, mindset. And they may be very good. Oh, they might be very clever, girl, at keeping that to themselves. They know how to, what to say, what not to say, don't really reveal the truth to them. They say you'll know somebody when you live with them. So my thing is, hey, you never know. He could be one of those men. There are people out there, and I've kind of seen it. When a woman was just 9 to 5, they're both 9 to 5, marriage was okay. Then time she started talking about, hey girl, like go get your business, get it done. Time that started taking off, guess what happened? They started having a whole lot of marital problems. A whole lot of marital problems. And the husband's solution, because she married a bottom dweller, not, she's gonna bring him up. I'm gonna make him my man. Why? I don't understand how a business, not like she's living at the business, because she's trying to get it going. So pretty much she's really much working from home. That's taken away. That's the problem. Shut down that business. Not understanding that. I just don't. And especially when it has a potential to make some money. That guy's a dream killer. So you need to understand too, there are men out there, they'll say they want an independent woman and they may get with an independent woman, but hold on, what you don't understand, that could sometimes be a flex. There are men out there who holler they want an independent woman, and guess what? He will date her, and what you may not realize is, guess what? This guy could be on the inside a hater of women and waiting for your fall down. You're like, well, why would he date? That's the whole idea. As I did the video, is he sticking around to bring you down? There are men out there, I kid you not. And it could also be, pertain to women too. They will sit up there and date a woman waiting for your fall down. So then, and they may have a little inkling about, oh, Miss Independent, because see, can't control her. This way, oh, he's going to be in control. Is your name going to be on the place? It's his house, not yours. So at any moment, he can get you out. Where are you going to go? You have given up your apartment. Where are you going to go? So my thing is, if he wants to help her, just help her. No. I think he wants to see her come down, and when she if she decides to move in with him, the guy may change up. He may change up and be a totally different person. Then he might start to flex. Why? Flex his little power play on you, because guess what? The one that's paying is the one that's saying. The one that's paying is the one that's saying. That's who has the final say. Why can't I thought about it? No, I think it's a power play, and you may think it's crazy. He may find, and everybody goes through hard times. That's why I'm kind of big on investments. I know they can go down. I know they can. Kind of big on investments because just my experience personally, I can only speak for me. Let's say when there's been a financial mishap, when things are good and the money's good, always invest. Then when there's been a financial mishap, and I spoken about that on the channel, guess what? That can save you. Oh, that can save you. It sure can. You might be sitting up thinking, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And, let's say if you're single and then you look up, girl, you're putting money here and money there. You might look up, well, hey, did you forget over here as an extra? You're thinking, you're like, what if you're thinking you're broke or maybe need a little change? You might have said like, oh, a couple $100, okay, you got to the account. You're like, yeah, yada, yada. But you might be thinking, hey, sometimes your money might get low. Man, you might have an old account. You may have an investment somewhere. Me, I'll do a backup. You may have a backup and you look up, okay, girl, so that backup account, I know you were worried, but you put a little change in it and you've been doing this and that. Guess what? You're not rich, so what? But guess what? It's about being happy, peace of mind. You may look up, try the backup account. It's got $2,800 in it. Oh, well, we know you're gonna eat today, right? So that's why I'm big on investments. Excuse me. That's why I'm big on try to save money, things like that, and have little backups. I do stuff like that. My grandmother was like that, kind of old school, and in her retirement, she was not dependent on anybody. She wasn't like she had her own house and everything. She was very independent. She left my father an inheritance, real estate. You feel? So me, yeah, I grew up seeing that. So yeah, so situations like this here, I think it's a power play. Believe it or not, there are some men that will date a woman. Let me just see. It might be his challenge. It might, and it could be again. It could also be the reversal. It could be a woman, but it might be his challenge. All these independent women, independent women. It might be his challenge to try and date one. Oh yeah, try and date one, and then let's see. I wonder if I can find a way. I wonder if she's gonna come down. Something gonna happen, and that'll give him pleasure to see the so-called Miss Independent woman come down. Uh-oh, now you need my help. Now it's time to strike. When she said that, that's the first thing that hit my mind. Let me know what you all think, because I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. He can help you if you. It's not like the guy's not liquid. But he can help you if you go ahead and move in with him and give up your place. Again, what if something goes wrong? What is she gonna do? Oh, it didn't work out. Okay, well, you just can't pack your bag or grab your keys and go home because you won't have one. You're stuck. I think it's a power play, and I'm really, me, I just wouldn't. I would if I were her personally, I would consider myself single. I would rather keep my independence and peace of mind. I kid you not. I'd rather keep my independence and peace of mind. And I don't care if I was okay. So, are you now shopping for groceries at the Dollar Tree? Oh, well. I'd rather be sitting up instead of peanut butter jelly time and peace of mind than sitting up here in some nice accommodations feeling sad and depressed. And that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. I I just really go. I just really if I were her, I would rather cut back because again, why it doesn't make sense to me. Why can't he help you the way that he is? I think this guy. I just think deep down inside, he might have a little haterade for women. I really do think so. And I think it's all a power play. And the power play is not going to work out for her. I'm guessing the power play, how that's going to turn out is that he going to get her there. It may start out all lovey-dovey. And now all your defenses are down. You don't have a backup. You're dependent on him. This guy might totally change. He might become into a monster. He might become abusive. It doesn't have to always be physical abusive, but it could be mentally abusive. He could become that. I said, wow, he might be one of those guys. I'm starting to think of him as one of those guys that, oh, yeah, Miss Independent. Oh, you need my help now. This could be his way to try to prove, I kid you not, I really think this. This could be his way to try to prove a point. Oh, bring Miss Independent down. And you have no idea that can bring him so much joy. It can. It can bring him so much joy to see that happen to you. So I just find it weird. I'm like, the only way you can get some help is to what? So you have to give up your life basically and move in with him. So you're going to be under his control. Again, once you give up your place, what you going to do? You don't have at least nothing in your name. You're moving in with him. Once you give up your place, what you going to do? What if you have a difference and he locks you out? So, ladies, be aware. There are men out there, I kid you not. If a person can't support your dreams or be there for you, because I know the women, they're sure in love with these men's is. They will sure be there for them. If he can't do that for you, then you need to rethink things, boo. I kid you not. I would be, if I were her, I would start the exit package. As of this moment, I am single. I would start to distance off. I really would. Why can't he help her? Because I know that he can financially. Don't ask me how I know, but I do know. Why can't he help her? I mean, she's not asking you to sit up and her pay half her rent. She's not getting an allowance, so he sure as hell ain't no dream boyfriend. You gotta take care of yourself, but you got a wonderful boyfriend. He ain't no Mr. Wonderful. He a Mr. Right now till Mr. Wonderful come along. But if she needs financial assistance, this is the only way to go about it. This, I think, is a power play, and I am for women. Like I said, I'd rather be on my own. I'd rather go ahead and just kind of struggle a little bit. Hey, let's try to think of some ways to maybe get you some money up. Do you have time to do an online store, do a blog, do something? But this right here is not the way. He wants you to completely give up your independence, and that's hard to do. Again, she doesn't even. Is he giving you an allowance at least? That let you know right then and there. So he doesn't give you an allowance or anything. Oh hell no! This guy might try to have this girl hand in the mouth. It might give him great pleasure to try to break her. Oh, so it's funny. You're an independent woman, but wow, you needed my help. Okay, you needed my help to make it. Wow, what would you do without me? Then don't be surprised. Here come the little Jedi mind game tricks. It may start real. He might be clever. Come real slow. You're like, well, uh-huh. So yeah, like this lady, she says, when my boyfriend says one wrong thing, in my opinion, this dude has said the wrong thing. And I gave her my truth, my opinion. I was like, wow, I think it's more to this. I think this guy might be one of those dudes that really, he may have an in for women and want to see a so-called independent woman come down. Again, everybody goes through financial problems. Rich people, they sure do. Oh, I'm just a few million short. I gotta call somebody. Okay. So yeah, so ladies, what would you do in a situation for the men out there? Is this correct about this guy? I want to know what you all think. I have a bad feeling about it. Just, I mean, she give up everything, give up her place, and then you'll help. I think he might try to do break you down, a break you down move, and that might give him pleasure. And next thing you know, she may find herself in a worse position. If the person can't help you maintain your own, keep your independence, I say it's time for him to kick rocks. Tick tocking, kick rocks. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share it out.